welcome to a Power Plays production of the Rosshall Ruchill Rumble. We travelled north for the final round to Ruchill Disc Golf Course. Ruchill was Glasgow Disc Golf Club's first installation. They currently have 12 baskets installed throughout the course. This course was installed in 2017 and was the second edition in the free-to-play courses in the city. On screen we've got the existing 12-hole layout. We'll be playing the first 9 here, hole 1, and then we'll be continuing on safari to close out the final 18.
Hole 1's a great starting hole here at Ruchill. You got to put a lot of power on the throw, make it through this gap. The hole goes uphill slightly, plays right to left, and like all holes here at Ruchill, you really got to watch out for the wind. This is the highest point in Glasgow.
Leading us off, we have Samuel, managing to link in a tournament on his travels.
Sam's joining us from my neck of the woods. He hails from Norton, Massachusetts. Mostly plays at a brilliant course called Borderland. A beautiful course, southeastern Massachusetts.
Just trying to follow that flight you discussed, Seamus. Get a stable disc through the gap and hopefully it can finish left.
Nice play over the top.
A little bit short, but no damage done.
You see the trees rustling a little bit more here than at Rosshall.
Chrissy getting that snap on it. Trust the discs. Edge of circle maybe? Maybe just inside?
Maybe. Be a good tester putt here early in the round. You pick up a birdie here and you're feeling pretty good about the round.
There's Rick opting to disc down a bit.
I say he's throwing a mid, but he might be throwing a putter.
Just hits a bit early there.
Rick's had a great year. It's really, given the year he's had, it's his tournament to lose.
Yes, good to see fresh faces on the lead card here, Seamus. Like you said, Rick has been a staple on the Quick Tour for a number of years, and he has truly hit some form this season. He likes to play with an all Discraft bag, and as you'll see, he's pretty good with some of Discraft's old classics.
Let's see if he can't start off here at Ruchill like he left it off of Rosshall. Get it going in the first few holes.
Yeah, a wee bit low there, but first hole. Chrissy also not executing when he needs to.
You would have liked that one.
Rick with the solid putt. Yeah, it's probably worth noting here, Seamus, there's also you can go deep if you go long here, so it's got all the options. You need to be accurate, get it over the path and get it close.
Nice birdie from Sam, keeping the stars and stripe on the lead card. Thanks for that.
A bit more wind here, Seamus, just makes those tap-ins just a wee bit more nervy.
A lot of golf left.
Hole 2, it's one of the shortest holes in the course. It's quite a simple shot. You want to get it out wide on the hyzer line. There is an inside forehand option, which gives left-hand players the option, but worth being cautious of going long over the path. And if you go in left, you're going to have a couple of trees to play with. Sam opting for the forehand line with the left hand.
He's throwing a justice here, lucid justice.
Bit short, but should be in his range. I'm opting for the wide line with an overstable mid.
Nice shot, Paddy. You can't really see it on the camera. It's really easy to go OB on this hole. You turn one over. Or to saw one off.
Yeah, this is one of the benefits of the park is because of the features and hills, it gives you the options to have these uphill and downhill shots, and as you can see from the the different layouts at Rosshall, it really does add a bit of depth to the courses in Glasgow. Rick hits his line, maybe a wee bit long, but should be in his range.
We're looking at 4 makeable putts.
Yeah, it was great to get to know Samuel on the day, and him and his partner had travelled down from Fort William that day, so they definitely had a full commitment to the disc golf.
Come to Scotland, be in a wedding, playing a disc golf tournament. Sounds like fun.
Plus, I doubt he expected to make the feature card, so...
Great putt from Rick. Slightly obscured. That was a good tester.
Chris finishing off like he finished at Rosshall. Solid putt. Sam had just taken that extra breath just to stable yourself, execute.
Who we donating 25 quid to? Rick.
Nice star frame, guys. That's how it's done.
Another star frame.
Making it look easy. Hole 3, par 3, 76 meters. You got to keep it low, down the chute. About 50 meters in, makes a hairpin, and heads uphill slightly. Walking away with a birdie is a nice score if you get your par. That'll probably be the average score on this one. Great hole. Fun to watch the evolution of this course.
Yeah, so this was one of the first post-9, original 9 to be installed, and I think it does link up the course well and gives you an extra option on the course.
Sam opting for a Fusion Maverick.
Beautiful shot, it's almost effortless. Great technique.
What do you got for us here, Paddy?
Probably seen this disc before. This is my overstable PD. Just trying to aim straight at the tree, and hopefully the disc stability kicks in and turns left. Gets a wee bit low, but get past those 2 guardian trees and you give yourself a chance.
What are you thinking at this point? You're stroke down. Are you thinking attack, or you still in your game?
I think with Rosshall, or sorry, with Ruchill, it's you need to be wise off the tee. There's a certain amount of OB that comes into play, and if I'm honest about it, there's a number of holes I try and attack, and this is one that's sort of maybe a nice to have.
Sounds like a smart game.
But if you ever speak to Rick, he attacks everything. He's always hunting those birdies, manages to sneak through. Should be an easy one for him. Of course, I guess it's through there, just a wee bit tight on that guardian tree, but should be an easy par.
Nice basket placement, and they left the grass really long for you, so it grabs. That was nice of the Parks Department.
Yeah, big shout out to the Glasgow City Council Parks Department. They truly have embraced this course, and it's nice when you see them cut the fairways to accommodate the players. Solid execution from Rick there.
I believe that's an EMAC judge. Brought that from the States with him. Must be a favorite. Nice birdie.
Solid start from Sam.
Chris is putting in a great round, but he can't be happy with pars at this point.
Yeah, I remember chatting to him, and we were trying to hold on to Samuel's tails for as long as we could, but it just was impressive to see that top level player. Hole 4, par 3, 87 metres. The original position was a par 4 over around the back left, but we pulled this forward just to link up the holes. Plenty of protection close into the basket. There's a straight option down the middle, or you can get creative and go left if you can trust your disc to come back. Hopefully see a couple of birdies, but it's very easy to pick up a bogey in this hole.
You have to stay clean off the tee, if I remember correctly.
Sam Upton for that left line and executing well. Should give himself a chance.
Should be a full send here.
Rick hitting his gap, trusting the disc. Similar lie to Sam. I think those guys may have a putting competition today.
Excuse me.
It's okay.
Good to see the locals on the course. I'm up then for the straighter shot.
Well, that was fortunate.
I did that first.
Still managed to avoid any damage, so can't grumble too much. Chrissy going straight at it, just a wee bit high, and hits one of those branches.
The only thing.
Nice run.
Yeah, I was in two minds here, but just need to execute flat and straight and make those putts. Just the amateur coming out, and Chris a nice putt. We need to step up to the plate if you want to play with the big boys. Sam not getting much love from the hills.
It's just enough hill to make you think.
Rick taking his time. Hitting it where it needs to hit. Fair play.
Picking up a stroke on the card. Shout out to the Quake Tour Claymore and Sam's right hand.
Yeah, it was great to be able to take the Quake Tour back to Rosshall. Ruchill's always featured heavily in the Quake Tour. It's always the first course available, the first course we wanted to bring people to. But I think moving forward we'll have hopefully a lot more new players coming across these courses.
Hole 5, par 4. This is a beautiful hole. You gotta play up over this knoll, make it through this tight gap, check the wind, pick your landing spot. You make 2 great throws. You're going to be looking at a birdie 3, but picking up 4 throws on this, probably be most of the field. Nice pin placement at the end. Got to watch out for the little rollaway at the end.
Rick leading us off after his 3 birdie train. Gets on the fairway, gives himself the option.
Sets himself up nice. Same with a Claymore. I'll be flirting with that OB.
Manages to get at the stick. Good result.
What are you throwing here, Paddy?
I'm just trying to get through the gap. Maybe a wee bit of stability in the disc. I think I hit the early gap there, which is disappointing, but if you're through the gap, you've still got the opportunity to grab that birdie. I've seen Chrissy throw a number of big drives here. Let's see if he can execute today. Gets it through, trust the disc.
Needs to come back in. Trusted it. Hopefully it does.
Nice drive, Chris.
Should be a straightforward up and down for him.
It's sand from probably 85, 90 meters. That was a trust, a grand trust.
Just so much control. It was amazing to see him execute on the mid-range and putters. Left myself a bit of work to do there.
Disappointing.
Rick making it look easy.
Great control shot from Rick.
I think we'll see those jawbreakers out for a number of his up shots.
Oh no.
Bit early for Chris there.
He'll consider that a misfire.
Just a bit low. He'll be disappointed just to clean up the 3 there, or the 4.
Coming off a bogey, it's okay to get a 4. Hopefully you can pick it up from there. Great putt, Patty. High in the chains, caught it nice.
Slow that down, baby.
Yeah, that was an unexpected make, so first slow of the round. Slightly high, but it connected with the chains. Nice easy tap in for Sam. Also a tap in for Rick.
Looks like the leaders are starting to pull away.
Yeah, Rick's been able to leapfrog Chris with the 4 birdie train. Hole 6, we've got a Mando in play here on the tree on the right hand side, so you need to keep it straight down the middle. You can get a bit flexy. A lot of players try and aim for the tree that we just pass on the right and hope the disc will just pass in front of it. Rick getting to know one of the locals.
Welcome to the Frog.
It is Rick's house.
Hey, buddy. It's about the size of my dog.
Yeah, one of our first tournaments, 2017. Rick made his way up from Newcastle and found the first tee and managed to park up for the night. I'm pretty sure he won that tournament.
You really hear the wind starting to pick up now.
Yeah, Rick just fades off a bit early.
So he's throwing that trust again.
Oh boy.
This is a tree. You can still enough time to make the Mando.
That's the line, local line.
Yeah, just aiming for that tree and hoping you don't hit it.
Give yourself a nice birdie look there.
Shout
Little brother love.
Shout out to my brother Jake in the red top. I think he was a past intermediate Quake Tour champion. Great to see him on the course again.
Chris getting it up the fairway.
Sam sneaks it through. Should be in his range. Chrissy leaves himself a tricky one from behind the tree.
Caught an iron leaf there.
Rick giving a good example of setting up, taking your time, focusing in. Just slightly low there from Rick. He's got a great putting style, very repetitive. He's obviously put the work in.
Off the top for Sam.
If I remember correctly, this was a very nerve-wracking putt.
Nice birdie, Patty.
I think I managed to sneak the CTP. It didn't last long though, but I managed to leapfrog someone. Rick could be disappointed to drop a shot there. He likes to get on the birdie train and stay on it.
Nice banter between the players. Looks like a fun card. Here we are at hole 7. This can be a separator hole right here. It's a great hole. Nice long drive. OB left-hand side all the way down. A few guardian trees blocking the basket. Excellent opportunity for a 2 if you got the distance. And a challenging 3 for most.
Yeah, I managed to execute the shot there, just trusted the drive to stand up for me and finish left.
That's where you want to be, right next to the basket. Great drive.
Rick throwing his force, going wide, trusting the disc. Just comes in the back, still manages to get through. Should give himself a chance.
Got a half look from in there, I think. Chris has probably got to tone this down a little bit. I'm sure he wants to give it a full send.
Yeah, he can fairly snap on a disc, Chris, so sometimes he does need to rein it in. Sends it a bit wide.
Down there. Down there.
Looked like it finished really nice.
Gives himself a chance. Here we've got the left-hand line. Up the 4.
I think he's throwing it justice. That didn't work out. Must have been going for a skip.
Yeah, has to bring it back. Last point of bounds still. Still a line to get it. Nice and close. It's a nice recovery.
Beautiful.
Hopefully clean that up.
Yeah. Nice scramble stat on that one. Still looking at a bogey though. That'll shake things up.
Rick just hitting one of those trees.
Too much
one of the
salad.
leaves takes all the juice. Chrissy hoping to execute. Solid putt.
Welcome back, Chris.
He'll be happy to be back on the birdie train.
It's got my name on it.
Sam picking up the unfortunate bogeys, but it just goes to know if you don't know the course, you can it can do some damage.
Picking up strokes, Patty. Great form. Nice putt.
Yeah, I was glad to be close for that one.
So now you're 2 strokes up. What are you thinking?
I'm still trying to stick with that game plan, try and shoot steady, you know. But this hole here, anything can happen. 115 metres, sort of 3.5 if we're honest about it. You need to get up the hill with a disc that's going to stand up and try and fade with as much distance as you can. A lot of players here will be playing it to the fairway and trying to get up and down for the 3.
You going full rip on this one?
Yeah, I'm thinking, why not? Just send it uphill and watch it come down.
It's a really nice hole. You make one slight little slip on your approach shot or your drive, and it's tough to pick up the 3.
Yeah, and a lot of players trying up to stay right, stay up the hill. The footing's a bit better there. Chris comes off a bit early, and you know you can be trapped behind a tree down there. It gets difficult when you're down the hill.
There is a lot more camber to this hole than shows up on film.
Rick getting over on it. It's a serious bit of distance. Should be an easy up and down for him.
Sam is opting for the Fusion Maverick up the middle.
Solid shot, and that's where a lot of players end up. You've still got a relatively small upshot, but I think in the future this hole may continue to evolve.
Coming off a bogey, that's a good thing to do. Take your par, have a think, regroup.
Chris is getting unfortunate with his forehand upshot. I'm not trying anything crazy here, just...
Chris narrated his own disapproval there, I think. That's a smart play.
Yeah, there's plenty of holes to pick up shots, and I just don't think this is one of them. Of course, he's seeing if he could save the par.
This is one of those holes where you're likely to get a 4 going for the 2, going for the deuce. This makes it a good hole. Continuing the solid.
Sneaking through the 9 undamaged. Good to see Chrissy with the Gia bag placement there.
Best bags on the market.
Disappointing hole for the lead card here. Hole 9, Seamus.
Hole 9, par 3, 85 meters. Really tricky. You got to check the winds on this one. Too much turn, you find the OB on the right. Too much fade, you find the OB on the left. You got to land it on the downslope. It's a really tricky birdie. You going mid here?
Yeah, I'm throwing my straight flying compass at it, just trying to get it down there. As you can see, there's been a bit of tree removal on the hole. That was unfortunately due to a disease we had, so the hole isn't as beautiful as it once was, so we're potentially going to look at maybe a development.
It was definitely more treacherous with those trees. Or daunting, maybe that's a better word.
And got Rick Hopton for the putter here, just going to go straight at it. Trusted this. I think it just the wind just maybe held it up there a bit for him.
Nice turn on that disc.
It was simply amazing just to see him control that putter so much. Even with the wind, he just says his knowledge was evident. Chrissy hoping to emulate. I think he's going with his BT harp here. It's got a bit of stability in it. Unfortunately, kicks will be left. He'll be a bit of a putt to save the par here.
Just short. Knowing Sam is going to convert for the 2, it's a do or die situation.
Yeah, Rick committed just a wee bit high there. He knew he needed to match Sam. I opted for the low option there. Disappointed. Sam picks up the solo birdie. And this is one of those holes, Seamus, that you really need to pick up.
It's there for you. You got to watch those winds, though.
Yeah, this side of the course does become a bit treacherous sometimes, depending on the wind conditions.
We've got a great card of people putting in some fantastic disc golf here. Patty threw a nice 4 down, ties with Rick. You can see from the graph that as soon as Sam started bogeying, you started birdieing, and that puts you on top by a stroke. We'll see what the back 9 brings. Hopefully more birdies to come.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that performance. As you can see from the table, I managed to leapfrog Sam. I think he was unfortunate to pick up those bogeys. Rick with a solid 4 under, sort of getting him where he needs to be in position to attack the back 9, and hopefully we'll see Chris Smith hit a bit of form and pick up a few more birdies.
Shout out to John Bruce making his way up the standings.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us for the front 9 of Ruchill Disc Golf Course. Make sure you come back for the back 9, it's going to be more interesting. We've got a couple of new holes to show you. See you soon.